Your voice, light and dark, I hate its sound in wakeful hours when dreams are at rest. I hear it in terror-filled nights, your clairvoyant voice that calls. What was your voice like as you descended the stairs in Vienna? How did your footsteps and your voice sound? What words did you utter? Did they glide through your throats filled with blue smoke? During your journey, did you safeguard your words like a magic box, filled with wondrous stories, shielded by the symphony of the sea? Nobody appears to have heard you. You came and you went like a wayward angel. Your voice like the sound of footprints on silken sands. Your voice like birdsong after the rain. I do not remember hearing your voice, only the sensation of your hands on mine in a jazz country. In a country where memories are frail, your voice like a dream in the middle of a forest, your voice that comes alight and fades away like secrets, like something only revealed in the depths of silence. It is always night, night that imprisons you, night with its memories of broken glass, night when women with shaved heads hover. It is night time when they arrive, pound on the door, knock over mirrors. They have come to find you. They cut your hair. All you can do is look at them. You do not recognize in these men the eyes of assassins. You do not believe such cruelty exists. At night, I see you sleepwalking, a forlorn angel, always at night, terrified and alone. The long night, the dark night of the soul, the night that fails to hear. The footsteps of men with faces like hyenas, the footsteps of vultures, the footsteps that come looking for us, the footsteps that come to rob us of life, the footsteps of the Nazis, the thieves of lives, the thieves of art, the footsteps. I want to leave the city of yours that banished you, that robbed your garden of poppies and stole your smile. You stop me from beyond the grave. You tell me to wait, that there's always a new tomorrow. Trembling, I search for you. I cross the thresholds of death, with its dark avenues. I quietly entreat you to let me return to my other country, the country of life. You detain me in the darkest of fogs, and I remain in order to find you. I grasp the handrail of the staircase of the house that witnessed your escape. Now I know what you do not want. You do not want me to run away. Your suitcase slipping through your hands, your small suitcase that contained a world. The case you took with you to Prague, to Trieste, and now to the south, where the sky is never cloudy, where the leaves on the trees can be heard falling at night, where you delight in the thrill of every bird. Your sweet girl suitcase, with a pinch of salt, with a pinch of sugar, with the wing of the wind serenading you. Your suitcase with the photograph of Isidoro Halpern, who remained behind in the Jewish cemetery in Vienna, protected by your memory. My beloved Helena, you arrive victorious with your suitcase, the suitcase that eluded the beast, the suitcase they did not take from you in Hamburg, the suitcase with your garnet earrings, your brave and triumphant suitcase. I feel the brightness of day and night. I imagine you roaming on the other side of imaginary spaces. Suddenly I hear voices, voices of flight, voices of fear, voices of your arrival, and I see the port of Valparaiso scattering ash across the sky. I have come back to find you amid the shadows of death, Helena, because I know that every shadow leads us to the light. You like the flight of the birds in the south, the tempestuous rain at the end of the world, the new landscape of this homeland, where the world was already fading away. Align your relentless pain and your unspeakable losses. You used to live in that dark room, that far away room, that lost room, that room replete with secrets, in the house in Santiago, where the witches appear after tea time to spy on you without malice, only hoping to find out who you were and to ask you, what happened to your voice? Who stole your words? Who inhabits your silence? In that dark room inhabited by owls and ghosts, I learned to hear you. I love the twinkling light of your gaze, of the Sabbath candelabras, of the braided challah, of resplendent memory. Have you walked through the Jewish cemetery in Vienna? Have you noticed its state of disrepair? The neglect endured by all Jewish cemeteries in Europe? They are all alike. They have all been plundered. Or have you visited the Jewish cemetery in Prague, where the tombs are stacked on top of one another, gasping, moaning, heaped together, as though they too were abroad in the trains of death? I search among the dead leaves for the tomb of my great-grandfather, Isidoro Halpern, 1932. All around me, the solitary tombs, the weeping tombs implore me to remember those interred below, to caress their graves with the stones I have brought with me, stones of permanence in the impermanence of life. Suddenly the wind glides between my feet. Each leaf has a story. Each story has a name. In old age, you were a happy child. All around you, a caressing wind, the cascading stars returning to your fingertips. You acquire the blessing of forgetfulness. You no longer remember the night of bonfires in Vienna. Your memory was like a young girl's braid. Rainy days, the windows of which you gazed at your city, your parents returning from the opera. You return to that Vienna, the Vienna of virtue. You cross the other one. It no longer crossed the threshold of your shifting memory. Now days and night exist without calendars. Lost in time, you have made a pact with forgetfulness. You live in a well of clear waters where only dreams guide you. I remember your coffin being carried down the stairs, the covered mirrors, the sounds of death, the weeping staircase, the small procession to the Jewish cemetery, the cemetery that is still the farthest away. You dead gliding lightly down the fearless stairs, the seal of the coffin, the noise, like an avalanche, a great uproar. At that moment I became an old child. Death did not frighten me. You used to tell me all about her. She appeared in our faces. Sometimes she was a cracked leaf with silent holes, sometimes a fickle bridge. You did not fear the proximity of death. You saw her passing by that night when butterflies turn the color of shadows. You saw her when you were descending the staircase with your head held high, with the invisible angel of life watching over you. Unafraid, I bid you farewell, because I knew I would see you again. Your hands appear between heaven and earth. They have come to gather stars. I imagine your gaze. It is the dawn drawn in sepia. You cross thresholds, whether neither life nor death detain you. We have arrived in the land of clear memory, where I recognize you in life's plenitude, in the repose of death. You approach me, splendid and serene. You have been reborn in my words, as I have in the silent texture of yours. We have come together. Neither time nor oblivion exist here. We are the refuge of a passing moment, you and I conversing in a never-ending journey. You and I entering autumn, find each other between worlds, the two of us, always victorious before life's challenges, have arrived at the house of words, where we are one.